of, I would describe it as tough times, because I didn't own a small hotel that only counted on spring break business. But over $750 million of private money was invested in this destination between 1987 and 1992. Opened about 16,000 new hotel rooms. We're opening 5,000 more in the next year and a half, so that number will continue to grow, and that business will continue to grow. We are in the final stages of making selection for development of a convention center headquarters hotel and expansion of our convention center. Our convention center has no debt. We built the existing expansion with cash because it was a surprise to all of us that we had the kind of destination where associations and groups and conferences would really want to be. We were very concerned about the image, which was one of our big issues at the beginning. Then we got concerned about whether they would be happy to be in a tourism kind of destination, a beachfront destination. Well, that's one of the best ways to sell this destination, is how close your attendees, even if you're out in Weston, will be at the beach when and if they want to get there. Port Everglades, as I said, is one of the fastest growing ports in the world. In 2014, they had over 4 million visitors, 13% increase over 2013. That's not only because the boats are getting bigger, although the boats are getting bigger, but it's because the demand for embarkation in Fort Lauderdale at Port Everglades is something that travel agents listen to. There are specifically cruise agents that make decisions for millions of travelers. Almost 70% of all cruise passengers use a travel agent to book their cruise. I know we like to think we're going to go to the website and find this and find that. Let me tell you, you need somebody to chart your course for you, and we have a very aggressive travel agent education program so that we can sign on as many travel agents around the world, really, tour operators as we can, to make sure that they send people here that are going to spend that $12 billion, and it's a very important segment of our business. So we go back to what happened 10 years after college spring break. That's when we were in a position, of course, that 2001, September 11th came along. September 11th changed not only the way we travel, but it changed the mentality of travel. And I will tell you that we're very fortunate at that time. I am being strictly non-political, I swear to God. The governor of Florida was Jeb Bush. He got on an airplane. He went from town to town talking to people that we identified as meeting planners and urged them not to cancel their meetings and to continue to come not only to Florida but to Broward County. And we were named in 2002 as the fastest recovering destination after 2001 by Ernst & Young. And it's because of the determination of this destination. We had a group moving in the day of September 11th. It was American Lumberjacks. Now, you want to talk about what are they doing here? The American Lumberjacks, rather than cancel their meeting because no one could get here, instead moved their date 4 months later in the year and came. A month after September 11th, the Airline Owners and Pilots Association brought their annual convention to Broward County, to Greater Fort Lauderdale. You might remember we cut down trees on US 1 so that there could be an airplane parade from the airport to the convention center. Took a lot of crap for that, by the way, but they were palm trees, for God's sake. They were coming out anyway. But the bottom line is that convention was a message to the rest of the meeting world that it is okay to travel, it is okay to come to this destination, and we recovered strongly and quickly from what a lot of destinations around the country still haven't hit their pre-2001 stride, and certainly not their pre-2008 stride. So we are a very blessed destination. Blessed, number one, by God. First of all, you can't make this stuff up. You cannot put 23 miles of beach just any place. We are part of something called the Blue Wave Beaches program from the National Clean Beaches Council. We have 54 positions that we have to to uphold each year. They get inspected. And between our turtle hatching program and some of the other entertainment programs and safety and security that we do on the beach, we have been named one of the top 10 beaches in the United States as well. We knew that, but you just couldn't see the beach when the kids were here because their bodies were all over the sand, so you couldn't tell that. We also were named, believe this, one of the top 5 dive destinations in the United States by U.S. Dive Magazine. We have 69 miles of man-made reef off of the shore of the 28 miles of our beach, and 23 miles, I'm sorry. And some of those reefs are within 100 yards of the shore. So we have diving opportunities for all kinds of people who are interested in that. And those people want to live by the beach too, by the way. So those are potential clients for you as well. We thought dive, when we heard dive destination, we were looking at it like this, a little bit worried, because we thought dive is what the kids were doing from the balconies in the hotels into the pools. Sometimes successfully, sometimes not. It was terrible. It was terrible. But again, we're finding that many of the new residents that are coming to live in Broward County, in fact, were here during spring break, do have fond memories of spring break, and are glad that there's no spring break here anymore. So we think that our partnerships around the business world are very strong. We don't look at any potential business as not available for this destination. We took a giant step back in 1993 and created a LGBT program that made us, within 5 years, one of the top gay destinations in the United States. Last year, we put the icing on that cake and had a marriage equality program here where 100 couples participated in contests from around the country, were flown in here, got married on the beach. Lance Bass from NSYNC, anybody remember that? Only because I've daughters. Lance Bass became our ambassador for that program, and we are truly one of the top LGBT destinations in the country. And in fact, just recently hosted the world's largest transgender conference right here at Bonaventure. And those people want to live here. And so we've got golfers who want to live here. We bring them in on golf fam tours, familiarization tours. We let them play golf at their choice of golf courses. And you know what? They not only book business, but some of them end up buying something right near the golf course. So it's a very tight relationship that we have with you. Our minority business has increased by 400% since 1990. We are a favorite home for family reunion business. And of all of the state of Florida, there's never been a National Urban League conference in the state of Florida, but the National Urban League chose Fort Lauderdale for its convention this past summer. And we are working with Mark Morial and the National Urban League to create every 4 or 5 year rotation so that they will continue to return with their 9,000 attendees, by the way.